Welcome back, YouTube, to another episode here at WILDMAN Lifts. I'm your host, WILDMAN. On today's episode, we do the overhead press in 5x5 giant set format at a commercial gym. So let's pop into the gym, see what we did. Now, fortunately for me, this gym had an axle bar, which is thicker in diameter and has no knurling, unlike the barbell. It makes it harder to lift and harder to press and is a staple in strongman competitions. So I'm doing my warm-up sets with a set of 5, and in between my sets, I'm doing this single kettlebell farmer's walk. Now, this works your obliques and it works the antagonistic portion of your shoulders. So I walk 10 meters with one arm and then turn around and walk 10 meters with the other arm. And I'm also going to be doing the assault bike in between my sets to keep up my conditioning. Now, this is my buddy Tom, and Tom wanted to work out with me today. I asked him what he wanted to do, and he said, I'll do whatever you're doing and just follow along. And if the weight gets too heavy, I'll just use lesser weight. So I commend Tom for trying something new. He ended up really liking this lift. The axle bar is not easy to lift, and actually he couldn't get that weight up to his chest the first time. But after a few tips and pointers from me, we were able to get him to power clean it up to his chest. Now, he uses a different style than I do. I use a continental clean and press, and here's a side-by-side comparison. Tom uses one fluid motion, whereas I stop it on my midsection before I mini power clean it up to my chest. With a barbell, it's good to power clean it, but with strongman implements like axle barbells, they're usually too thick to power clean. Now, a side note, the gym was getting crowded, and I don't know why that guy decided he had to do sit-ups right next to me. I could have easily dropped that bar on his head, and I thought about it every single time I pushed it up. And then also my buddies started coming in and wanted to talk to me mid-reps. Like, what was going on, man? I'm trying to work out. So I had to blur this guy out the entire time because he chose to do sit-ups almost my entire video. And I sit up here first, so I don't know why he got the impression that he had the rights to be here. I had the right to be here first. But anyways, this is my first set of 5x5. This is the number I'm going to do for 5 repetitions for 5 sets at 190 pounds. And I'm doing it all beltless. And as I drop the weight, I have to make sure that I don't hit his face. And just as a reminder, for all my warm-up sets, including all of my 5x5 sets with the same weight, which is 190 pounds, I'm doing the single kettlebell farmer's walk in between every set with the 63-pound kettlebell. And I'm also doing about 10 seconds on the assault bike to keep up conditioning. So this is 190 pounds total. The axle bar, in case you don't know about the gym math here, an axle bar doesn't weigh as much as a barbell. It weighs 30 pounds and not 45 pounds. The difference is it's a lot thicker in diameter, so it's harder to grip, and there's no knurling like you see on a barbell. So this is mainly a grip intensive exercise, and it makes it harder to press at the top as well because of its diameter. So now what I'm gonna do, I would do this for 5 sets, 5 repetitions at 190, because that's what I calculate off my 1 rep max. Next week, all I'm gonna do is add 5 pounds. So I'm gonna put 2.5 pound plates on each side. That's gonna make it 5 pounds more. And then I'm gonna do that for 5 sets and 5 reps. Week 2, I'm gonna add a 5 pound plate. And I'm gonna do that for 5 sets, 5 repetitions. Week 4, I'm gonna keep the 5 plate on there, and I'm gonna add another 2.5 pound plate on each side. So that's gonna be an additional 5 pounds. And then on week 5, I'm gonna add a 10 pound plate. And I'm gonna do that for 5 sets, 5 repetitions. And then on week 6, I would test my 1 rep max, see if I progressed, and then whatever my 1 rep max is, I would take that weight, start over with 5x5 with the new weight, and work my way up by adding 5 pounds every week. I decided to do more shoulder work by doing a variation giant set for 3 rounds. Now I'm doing the dumbbell seated shoulder press, and I was just working up to a 10 rep max. So started off with the 35s and the 55s and then the 70s. My shoulders were super tired though from doing all those axle overhead presses. So fortunately I got my buddy Tom encouraging me to move on, but I didn't quite make it to 10. And in between these shoulder presses, I was continuing to do the single kettlebell farmer's carry for 20 meters, but I upped the weight a little bit. That's the heaviest kettlebell they had in the gym. I can do it with a lot heavier of a weight, but you only can work with what you got. And I'm also doing my assault bike in between, and I upped it to 30 seconds. And as you can see, I was starting to get tired. Woo! That was a good workout. Now it's time to drink some protein and jump in the pool. Until next time, YouTube, thank you.